Hi there. In this video, we'll be going over POS profiles, their functionality, how to create and edit a POS profile, and how to enable a POS profile. Let's get to it. Adjusting your POS profile allows you to manage your order type and inventory pools from which inventory is pulled from. This is beneficial if you have multiple tasting rooms, host events or club events, and so on, as you'll most likely want those orders to be tracked separately and inventory to be pulled differently. Let's walk through how to create a POS profile. This will be done through the Admin panel by selecting the main tab Settings and the sub-tab POS Profiles. To create a new profile, select the green Add a POS Profile button. First, you'll need to give the profile an appropriate name that corresponds to its use. Next, select the order in which it will be displayed in your list of available POS profiles in the Admin panel and POS. Choose the desired Pickup Inventory Pool and Ship Inventory Pool. Typically, you'll want the Ship Pool to match your default inventory pool if you're using a fulfillment center. Next, select the appropriate pickup location. The order type you select will be the default order type for all orders processed within the POS profile. If needed, the order type can be adjusted within the POS in the Additional Order Info window. You can adjust the order status to either mark orders as completed or submitted. If you decide to leave the order status as default, though, the orders will be marked as completed. For pickup orders, you can either select to auto-mark them as picked up after the order is processed or don't mark them as picked up. The order confirmation email defaults to the system email called order confirmation. This can either be adjusted to a new email you've created or an updated version of the system email. When refunding orders to the POS, you can specify that on partial refunds, the system will auto-mark orders as picked up, or on a full refund, the system will auto-mark original order as no shipping required. These are default selected, but you can deselect these options if you prefer. If you're printing hard copy receipts, it's best to at least include a header image. Be mindful, there is a size limitation of 576 pixels wide. The system defaults to an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, but if you're printing on receipt paper, the image should resize accordingly. However, a smaller image is preferable here. If you're planning on adding both a header and a footer image, test out both to see what you prefer. Under additional options, you can choose to require a credit card signature. If checked, a signature pad will appear for all credit card transactions. Collect Tips allows you to enable or disable a tip feature for all credit card transactions. You can choose to either separate or combine the tip and signature screen. You can also manually adjust the tip percentages the customer sees and select the default tip amount. Although it's not shown here, the POS will also display a custom tip option for customers. If you'd like, you can enable Force Logout after transaction. This is often beneficial if you have multiple employees using the same iPad. You can also prompt for additional order info, which will force an additional order info window to appear immediately after a transaction. To add restaurant features like adding and resuming a table, check Table Seating. If you process any non-taxable customers through the POS, you have the option of creating a non-taxable setting within your POS profile. Once you've made the appropriate adjustments, press Save. Next, we'll need to add categories. Categories are the pages you wish to display within the profile. Add the appropriate categories and press Save. To adjust the order in which the categories are displayed within your POS profile, you can select Arrange POS Categories. Simply specify the profile you'd like to adjust and then click, drag, and drop the pages into the order you'd like them displayed in. Now that we have our POS profile created and adjusted to our liking, let's hop over to the POS. To change the POS profile, go to the hamburger menu and then select Device Settings. We can then pick the POS profile to switch to and press Save. As you can see, the pages are slightly different than what was available before. Thanks for joining. See you in the next video.